if I can pull this off without getting any of my tech wet. I will say that these mics, I used to run the DJI mics, DJI wireless mics. I used to run Rodes, but Rode kind of got cumbersome and it wasn't super convenient. So then I ran DJI, and DJI you could clip onto your hat. This one's a magnet, which I think there's a clip. I just don't have it with me. So now that I think about it, I could have brought the clip. Yeah, there's that. I can also choose to just run the microphone on the iPhone without any additional attachment accessories. That would probably be fine too. Our technology has advanced so much. You can really get away with anything. We should talk about that. We talk about that, getting away with anything. And this mic here, so my DJI wireless, it started to act up, it's malfunctioning, it wasn't charging like it was supposed to. It was becoming more of a pain in the ass than it was worth. And I'll tell you guys right now, do not let your tech, like if you've got an obstacle that is like, stealing your joy and your energy from wanting to create, you gotta get rid of it. When it's time to go, when it's time to press record, when it's time to tell your story, you just gotta press that button and go. And if you got anything that causes you to hesitate or, changes your flow, your mood, your vibe, or your thought process, rid yourself of it. We are in another happy place here out on the water. And, this is where my wife, she would be every single day. And we could pull it off if we really wanted to. This is the boat we have today. It's a pontoon, it's a tri-toon. And it's one of the mini boats that we have because we are part of a boat club and we get to pick and choose whatever boat we want. We can get pontoon boats. We can get pontoon boats with a slide. We could get center consoles. We can get deck boats. There's all sorts of boats that we can get. And it was sort of cheaper than buying a boat because at the time we were considering buying a boat. That would have been like 60 grand, 70 grand for a pontoon boat. Then we would have had to buy another truck because I didn't have a truck at the time. All we had was a Jeep Wrangler. So I would have bought a 250. Probably would have spent 90 grand on a 250. Then I would have had to have somewhere to store the boat. Then we would have had to tow the boat, maintain the boat, yada, yada, yada. Well, at the end of the day, for what we pay as a membership for this boat club that we can use at hundreds of locations across the country, this worked out to be cheaper and far more versatile. And the boats are updated every 2 years, but pretty much every year they're going to cycle through some offset of the last series of boats that they updated. So you pretty much for the most part are always taking out a boat that's less than a year old for the most part. Less than 2 years old. Let's just say less than 2 years old. And the key here, folks, I think, is visibility. We found out about this from a friend, and a friend said, hey, if you're thinking about buying a boat, see my friend, he's got a yacht. I'll see if I can actually I got a video. He let my wife captain that yacht one time. We were up at Lake Lanier. So I'll throw that in here. And I'm gonna throw it in here because I'm sitting here talking to you guys here on the beach of this bank, but it's not a vlog. I mean, I don't consider it to be a vlog. I'm not gonna take you around with me throughout the day and show you everything, but I can show you certain clips as I speak to you, as I talk to you. If you're watching it, you'll see it. If you're just listening to it as a podcast, and I'll do my best to narrate it and explain it to you. But some people say that they want to do YouTube or they want to start a YouTube channel. There's a lot of things they want to do, but they're nervous, they're shy, they're afraid, they're scared. But usually in my experience, there's always a way around it and a way to kind of do and get the things you want done in a way that's comfortable for you. So if you want to start a vlog or at the very least a YouTube channel, but you don't want to record in public or show your face, then record. Even if you're out in public, record, but don't show your face. And then later on, you can narrate and voice over and show what you've recorded and still tell the story. So there's that. My buddy, Greg, who's got this yacht, I think it's a Sea Ray. He says, oh, if you're looking for a boat, then you should check out Freedom Boat Club. You guys might like it. And we went and checked it out and we immediately signed up. And so before he mentioned it, we had no idea it exists. And maybe they could do better advertising, but no different from our boat club or these daily rental boats here that you can get, or any business for that matter that is looking to attract customers, clients, and business. What matters is visibility. What matters is opportunity. Okay. If you're watching this video, that means YouTube gave me an opportunity. That means YouTube gave me some visibility. That means that I now have an opportunity to capture your attention, maybe earn you as a subscriber to the channel, or perhaps maybe even go further and develop a relationship. But if I don't have visibility, then it's hard to have an opportunity. One of the things that I've seen a lot of are, granted, folks out there trying to coach others on YouTube. And they typically present it and they're visible in a way that looks something like get more views, rank better in search, grow your channel, whatever it is. My approach here is a little bit different because I'm not necessarily really trying to coach. I'm just sharing my own experiences. You guys are tuning in, but I use this as a tool to then watch back and remind myself and almost coach myself, for which I actually rewatched the video this morning. And I think it was like 3 days ago I made this video. It was one of my lower earning days where it was like $100 something day. I said that yesterday, maybe like $138 or something. And it was actually a motivational video for me as I created it, as I ran through a list of a lot of the negatives and roadblocks and hurdles and speed bumps that really kind of get in our way. Our way being creators, but also our way in being entrepreneurs, being go-getters, being, self-starters, being, business owners, being whatever it is you want to be that you aren't now, that you want to go after and chase, or perhaps are already chasing, but kind of felt like you slowed down a little bit. That's the beauty of this. It's about seizing the moment and really chasing your dreams and going after what it is you want, more so than just hoping, wishing, and saying you'll get to it tomorrow. And it was a reminder, literally, as I listened to the words that I said, and I felt like I was actually talking to myself, like the video was for me, of what the purpose was, what the mission was, what not to lose sight of, what to stay focused on. Tremendous help. More of a help than the notes that I write down on paper. More of a help than the notes that I save on Google Drive or OneNote. More of a help than that. More of a help than my wife reminding me of some of the conversations and discussions we have from time to time. Extremely helpful. And so that's what it's about. And not letting anything get in your way. For instance, bad audio or microphone issue, or comfort zone of where you want to record, or not knowing how to edit, and letting these things prevent you and stop you from actually doing the things that you really want to do that need to be done. And I tell you what, the sooner you start doing them, the sooner they get easier, the sooner you get better at them, the sooner they start producing results. And you could take so many different life stories and experiences. I associate mine to YouTube, but as I said before, YouTube is such a great comparison that relates to a lot of components of our lives. You really can't beat it. You really can't beat it, especially from a video journal type documentary style. I think it's very helpful. I think it's very therapeutic. And so that's what I do. That's what I do. And here we are. I think it's day 17. I think it's day 17 or day 18. I'm not really sure. But it's day 17. And I'm staying on track. I'm staying consistent. I'm staying focused. I'm maintaining this natural style of conversation of literally titling a video for what I want you to know, and then telling you exactly that with a thumbnail created from a screenshot from the video. Just that easy. I think now we may even have crossed over 250 subscribers, maybe high 240s, but we started at 0. Think about it. Whatever it is you want to start it. Whatever it is you want to start it. Let me be living proof that without an agenda, without a motive, without any influence, outside influence, without any paid promotion, without anything, of literally just doing the thing that a lot of people want to do, that I've already done numerous times, that I'm doing again naturally and organically, minus lies, clickbait, negativity, and all the other BS that has completely consumed social media. Minus tits and ass, minus transparent see-through hauls, minus probably illegal underage folks on TikTok shaking their ass and showing their tits now to get views, likes. Folks, I hope you guys are paying attention, because the algorithm and the competition is getting fierce. But I can guarantee you that for folks like myself doing what it is that I am doing now, we are going to be in demand and in short supply in comparison to the saturation that we're going to see of just unreal thirst hitting the social media, in addition to AI taking over. And now you're not even fighting against others in the algorithm, you're fighting against an algorithm in the algorithm. That's going to be unreal. Either way, we need visibility. I title my videos for exactly what I want you to know. I try to stick to it and tell you that story. Hopefully you walk away with value or motivation or inspiration, or just a feeling of joy and satisfaction that you didn't waste your time. You learned something and you hope to come back, hopefully. I have no guarantees, and I can't control your mood or how you take it, but I try my best to deliver, and especially considering that I'm looking to use these as resources and tools for myself in the future. And I don't want to waste my own time down the road and be like, why did I make that video? And better yet, why did I rewatch that video? It was absolutely not helpful in any way at all. But by doing this, by executing on this strategy, we are seeing consistent uploads. We are seeing consistent growth, and we are seeing consistent gains and on and off the channel, because these talks and these chats and these conversations help me on my other channels. Now, why was I talking about boats earlier? Why was I talking about advertising and visibility? Well, it's clear. It's simple to me. Sometimes, folks, you're going to hear things. There's actually a little clip I saw on TikTok, and somebody made a clip and they said, if you can consistently make a video every day for a year and post it to social media, you'll never have to worry about money again.
A couple of years ago, I saw this TikTok that said, if you post on social media every single day for an entire year, you'll never have to worry about money again. And after I saw that, I'm like, bet, I'm going to try this. I'm going to do that experiment. I'm going to post on social media every single day for an entire year. And the craziest thing is they are right. And not in the way you think. I don't mean you're going to have millions of dollars like flooding into your bank account. However, if you post on social media every single day for an entire year, you will never have to worry about the opportunity to make money again. You will always have a client in your DMs. You will always have an opportunity. You will always have somebody wanting to work with you. 365 posts is 365 opportunities for people to see your work, to see your personality, to see you. The craziest and most unexpected part of this experiment is that I never have to apply for a job again because the jobs are coming to me. I never have to cold outreach sales clients again because the clients are coming to me. I never have to pitch myself for a speaking opportunity or a podcast guest appearance because they're coming to me. Literally the entire sales function of my business, I don't need to do that at all. The entire function of my life where I go out and grab opportunities, I just don't have to do that anymore. People are coming to me. I promise you, if you choose one platform, post every day for a full year, your life will look completely different 365 days from now. You can come back to this video in a year from now and let me know how it worked.
And so sometimes you hear these things and these statements, and they're being made for whatever motive and whatever course they're going to sell you in the description. I get it. But usually they're speaking in metaphor. They're speaking in it's not necessarily literally, it's figuratively. And so she goes on to explain that it doesn't mean you're going to be rich in a year. It just means that if you can accomplish that task, then ultimately you can pretty much accomplish anything. And you'll probably have built relationships and gain and have grown skills, acquired skills, and that are going to help you in the long run in your life, in your career, in success, in relationships, you name it. So when I say things and I share things, sometimes it's not necessarily literally, it's figuratively. And literally, I see videos that say, titles and thumbnails that say, make better videos, make better videos, make how to make better videos. This is going to make your video better. This may be true, maybe not. How many of you have watched the video, get a lot of views? How many of you watched the video, got a lot of views, and you're thinking to yourself, this is a terrible video? I could have made a better video. Well, better is subjective. You know, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And so to come up with this blanket idea that, you know, YouTube is a monolith and videos can be made better it's like saying, you know, eat this food, it tastes better. Drink this drink, it tastes better. You know, live in the city, it is better. Drive this car, it drives better. Well, there's really no scientific way to prove that. It's all based on opinion, likes, desires, wants, you know, past experience, previous experience. Like, you know, if you've tried something for the first time and you like it, there's nothing better than that because you have nothing to compare it to. Well, I just don't want folks to be deceived by the idea of working so hard to make their videos better. Because, for instance, let's just say you had a boat rental company and you wanted customers, you wanted clients. There's water nearby, there's tourists, there's folks coming into town, but for some reason, you're not renting out any boats. You check the competition's price. Your price is actually lower than theirs. Your boats are newer than theirs. Your customer service is better than theirs. But for some reason, no one's renting your boats. Why? Well, if we were to go from the route of make better videos, you would think have better boats. Well, you already have better boats. So what do you lack? You lack visibility. Where does that visibility come from? Well, the marketing. I wouldn't have known about our boat club unless somebody told me, and I'm glad that they did. But for the masses, that's not necessarily going to put a lot of butts in the seats to make you a lot of money, or at least get you a lot of bookings for your boat rental company or whatever it may be. So you need to get better at marketing. What are we talking about on YouTube? Titles and thumbnails. You can make a great video. You can make a terrible video. But if you want somebody or several somebodies or hundreds, thousands, millions of somebodies to watch it, you're going to need a better title and thumbnail. Better is subjective as well, because you could have the best title and thumbnail. And if any of you have ever watched Veritasium's video on the big red ball or clickbait in general, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But better really comes down to the audience, the clients, and in this case, the algorithms that are pushing it to be watched, clicked, and then grow and build channels and businesses and earn revenue and everything else beyond that. And so maybe you don't need to make a better video. Maybe the videos you make are actually really, really good. Maybe you work a job and you're the best at the job. However, your coworkers seem to get more promotions, more and bonuses, more accolades, more raises. They get more than you do. It's not fair. Doesn't mean that they're better than you, but for some reason, somehow, some way, they are standing out more and they are getting rewarded for doing it. So all I can say to you is if you're not getting what you want, especially from a YouTube perspective or life in general, then maybe not so much change what you're doing if you know what you're doing is really good and the best that it can be, but maybe, just maybe, change just a little bit of how you're seen. How you make a first impression, how you enter a room, how you show up on a home screen or recommended or suggested or up next. It may not be intuitive. It may not necessarily be exactly what you want to do, but if you see that 9 out of 10 videos that don't look like yours, talking about the same topic of yours, are getting more views than yours, then maybe, just maybe, consider making yours look like the 9 out of 10 so that yours is now 10 out of 10 and you get the views as well. Yes, this is diving into the pool of competition and saturation. But if you want to make money playing this game, then sometimes you got to do certain things to play the game, to win, make the money, and then go on about your day. And perhaps maybe even from time to time, test out different titles and thumbnails or test out different approaches just to see if the world is ready for it, if the algorithms are ready for it. But don't think that your videos aren't great. Don't think that you aren't great. Don't think that what you do isn't great and needs to be made better. Nah, we just need to get in front of more eyes. All right, guys, I'm gonna get back on the boat. I'll see y'all later.